Am I the asshole for having a dry wedding and serving only water for drinks? Throwaway only cuz I don't want this on my main. Okay, so basically my husband and I are getting married later this year. Each of our sides of the family are fairly big. It will be around 150 people total. My husband and I are paying for this all ourselves, as well as my grandma who said she doesn't care one way or the other on this issue. She just loves weddings. We have a lot of kids in our family, so we decided against making it child-free, but we did decide to make it dry. So there will be no alcohol of any kind at our wedding. Honestly, this doesn't have anything to do with there being kids there but due to the fact that my fiancé and I don't drink. Nothing against people who do, it's just not for us and we don't want to. On top of that, we only really drink water. We rarely, if ever, drink soda, so most of the time it's only water with the occasional juice and milk. We don't even drink coffee. So obviously the food, which is a part my grandma is not paying for, is going to be expensive for that many people. We are having our wedding catered so everyone will have a good choice of food to choose from, but to drink only water will be provided. We don't want to have to pay for alcohol or soda. It is just an large added expense when we can just do filtered water for a much cheaper cost. Well, when family and friends found out, being got angry. Some didn't really care, but some are really upset about it. Saying that I can just have an open bar so I don't have to pay for drinks. We could. But still have to pay for the bartender, and we just really don't want to bother with alcohol there. Or we should at least have soda, because how can we expect everyone to drink only water? The kids will be upset. The wedding will be boring. That this is not how weddings work. Etc. So am I the asshole? I didn't think this would be a problem. It's only water. I mean, don't most people drink water every day anyway? Should we pay the extra to have soda to make the family happy? I hope that in 20 years everyone's still saying, "You remember that wedding we had to smuggle in a 2-liter of Pepsi?" You are the asshole. I don't have anything against dry weddings, but surely you can offer something other than just water. Iced tea? Lemonade? Something with flavor? When my cousin had a dry wedding she served sodas. Your guests are not likely to think it's very celebratory if you just serve water. And you would be surprised by the number of people who never drink water, let alone do it at celebrations. As someone who only drinks water and the occasional tea, you are the asshole. Not about making the wedding dry. That's perfectly fine. But damn, give people some options to drink. Some carbonated water if anything. You are the asshole, not due to the no alcohol rule. I like drinking, but I can very much have a nice evening without it, and whoever doesn't should check if they have an alcohol problem. I think you are the asshole because only water, no soda, no juice, no coffee is totally bland and boring. Why do you even invite people? Why marry with so many guests at all? Just let it be the two of you and drink your boring water. And yes, I think of myself as a hydrohomie, but also as someone who loves having guests and spoiling them. I wouldn't necessarily say you are the asshole, but your wedding sounds boring and I wouldn't want to go. Am I the asshole for ruining English Mother's Day for my former adoptive mother? My former adoptive mother was also my stepmother. She and my father forced the adoption on me against my will when I was 7 because she couldn't have children biologically. My mom was dead and they felt like she deserved the official mother title and a place on my birth certificate. I never wanted it and begged them not to, but was ignored. They even lied and said Dad was sick to push the judge's hand. Because apparently with me saying no, they needed something that would make a judge think it would be in my best interest. So they pretended Dad was worried something would get worse and the judge decided it was safer for me. I never forgave them. I went no contact 7 months ago when I turned 18. I asked my maternal grandparents to adult adopt me to erase the original adoption. My stepmother is English and ever since I knew her she celebrated both the UK Mother's Day and our Mother's Day. And then around midnight last night I made a Facebook post thanking my grandma for adopting me and being a great mom to me. I don't even celebrate the UK's Mother's Day, but Dad's parents reminded me about it and said I should post something knowing she would see. They weren't thinking of announcing the adoption thing. But that's what I did. Woke up an hour ago and she saw it thanks to other family members being friends to both of us on Facebook. I was told by an aunt that they're really angry and saying I'm an asshole because they had no idea I was no longer legally their kid. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole. Petty, sure. But you did not want to be adopted by your stepmother and immediately went no contact when you turned 18, so that's a pretty massive indicator of the type of people they were. More info wouldn't hurt though. Not the asshole. You objected to the adoption. They ignored you. You've now undone the damage that they did. Props to you and to your nan. Not the asshole. Why should you protect their feelings? They didn't do anything to protect yours. I think you should check in with your grandparents though. If your post has caused issues for them, you need to support them. Not the asshole. I love all the people here going, but did they abuse you? Like, come on. OP's mother died. At 7, Dad's new wife can't have kids, so they force an adoption and lied to a judge to get it granted, which hello is a criminal offense. That in itself is abuse. The real question is, did they ever receive counseling for all this, especially for the death of a parent? OP's dad is the asshole just because he put his new wife's feelings over his son's. At 18 now, OP made a passive-aggressive post on FB. Oh well, should NT have forcefully adopted him? She's hurt? Oh okay, cause OP wasn't hurt for the last few years. K rant over haha. Not the asshole. Your dad and his wife sound manipulative AF. Am I the asshole for ordering food when my children are asleep so I don't have to share? Occasionally when my 4 children go to bed, I'll order myself a little something from Uber Eats or DoorDash after a hard day so I don't have to share with the kiddos. Usually, since I'm always the first one to wake up, I'll put the packing beside the indoor trash can and take it out to the outdoor trash can in the morning. My children ended up waking up first that morning and seen the takeout food packaging and ended up waking me up asking me what I ate and if they could have some. I told them there was none left and I eat it all last night, thought that would be the end of it, but after I dropped them off at their dad's for the week. My children stay at their dad's house 1 week out of the month rather than just doing weekends. My children's father ended up spamming my phone with text messages accusing me of misappropriating my children funds he sends every month. My children's father, gives me $100 for each child a month, which is $400 a month, which when it comes to it, it isn't much, but I'm fine with it because he usually makes up with it by buying the children what they need when an issue arises. FYI, nothing is court ordered. I have a job as a daycare worker and use my own money I make myself to buy Uber Eats, DoorDash food. He also accused me of being a bad mother because I rather order food for just myself without thinking of my children whose were with me at the time, and that I should have just waited until they were with him for the night. I had a really bad day that day and just wanted to do something to cheer myself up, and sometimes food does the trick for me. If I were to order something for everyone, it would have cost a lot of money that I wasn't interested in spending, and if I were to share, by the time my food got back to me it would have just been the food wrapper. So do y'all think I'm the asshole? Don't. 100% of parents hide in their closet to eat some M&Ms because they don't want to share the one selfish treat they got that week? This dude needs to shut his pie hole and pay more support. Not the asshole. Edit. I've enjoyed reading all the stealth snack techniques y'all use. May the Keebler force be with you and the Nestle odds be ever in your favor. Not the asshole. It's a treat you get for yourself, and $400 a month for 4 kids is nothing. Not the asshole. I don't get what's up with these dudes not paying real child support but then have the nerve to talk crap. Not the asshole at all, and please file for child support. He's the asshole about this and the money he gives you monthly. He's severely underpaying you for 4 kids, has the gall to tell you how to spend your own money, and accuses you of bad mothering when he's around 1 week a month. You are not a bad mom. Please don't take his SHT. He thinks because he gives you $400 a month for 4 kids that gives him any say over your finances. Lol, what a fool. Not the asshole. Am I the asshole for missing my birthday party? My parents are divorced and they take turns throwing me a birthday party each year. This year it was my mom's turn to throw me a party. However, my mom's parties are always so lame and this was my 16th party, so I wanted something cool. My mom always invites her family who have a bunch of little kids that I don't like, and she won't even get my favorite cake because it's peanut butter cake and my brother is severely allergic to peanut butter, and she gives me some crappy cheap gift and get food from some cheap awful restaurant, or even worse, cooks herself. So this year I told her I want to spend my birthday with my dad, but she insisted on throwing me a party, and no matter what I said she wouldn't accept not to throw a party, so I was like fine, whatever. I told my dad to throw me a party and it was awesome until my mom called crying, telling me how much I embarrassed her by not showing up to the party she threw, and everyone at the party saw the pictures I posted on Instagram from my dad's party. Now my mom's extended family all think I'm an asshole. Not the asshole. It's pretty obvious people who are calling you the asshole didn't read. You communicated that you didn't want your mom to throw you a party. You said you wanted your dad to. You even state that your birthdays are more family gathering events for your mom and not really about you, so at 16 I get wanting this one to be what you want. You're not the asshole at all, and this thread is showing who has some hurt feelings. You know what? No. Not the asshole. Oh, you very much sound like a joy to be around. Don't think I in any way approve of your general tone and attitude here. But that being said, you told her way in advance that you did not want her to throw this party. You told her that it was because you actually get to have the cake you like, the food you like, and the invited guest are people you want at your party. General attitude aside, these are reasonable things to want for one's birthday. It isn't on you that she insisted on throwing you a party you had already, repeatedly, said no to. Your mom should have respected your wishes. Your dad should have made it clear to your mom that you asked him for a party and he was going to throw it. You should have, if you didn't, made it very clear to your mom that you would be at your dad's party that day and possibly offered to have a family party another day if you know it's important to her. Wow, I am really surprised that so many people are saying you are the I think not the asshole. I hate it when people make decisions for me. I don't think you're entitled, I think you're frustrated, and that's why you call everything crappy. I think if you weren't a teenager people would have given a different verdict simply because of the language. But I get it. It isn't a party for you if you don't like any part of it. And even if you had 2 parties you still would have not enjoyed one of them and it would have been more like a chore. You are the asshole. You could have had 2 parties on 2 different days. You didn't have the common courtesy to tell your mother that you would be a no-show at a party she planned for you.